Alright, our learning targets are our objectives for today's lesson that need to be copied in your composition notebook. I can use pictures to show relations between adjacent place values from millions to thousands. There's a typo in here, there's an extra word, so we'll take that out. I can use place value relations to find products and quotients of powers of 10. If you need a quick review on products and quotients, go back into your notes from last week and you will find the definition for those there. Alright, let's do a little skip counting by threes to 36 and back again. Count along with me. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. Back down again. 36, 33, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3. Alright, so we're going to decompose whole numbers into different units. This is going to help lay a foundation to do the same thing with decimal fractions when we move to that. So if we have 83 ones, we can say that that is equal to 8 tens and 3 ones. 103 ones is going to be 10 tens and 3 ones. 113 ones becomes 11 tens and 3 ones. 263 ones becomes 26 tens and 3 ones. 463 ones becomes 46 tens and 3 ones. 875 ones becomes 87 tens and 5 ones. Now let's bundle 10 and change units. Reviewing this fluency is going to help you work towards mastery of changing place value units in the base 10 system. So if we have 10 hundreds, that equals 1,000. Ten tens equals 100. Make sure that you're writing these down in your composition book, these examples. If not, stop the video, rewind it, and start over again. 10 ones equals 110. 10 tenths equals 1 whole. 10 thousandths equals 1/100th. So let's look at this concept using our place value chart. So we have the number 3 in the ones place, and we're going to multiply it by 10. Remember from yesterday, if we're going to multiply on the place value chart, we're going to move to the left. So if we're going to multiply by 10, we're going to move one place value box to the left. That makes this 30, and we need to add a 0 for our placeholder in the ones place. Alright, back to a little more fluency. It's kind of a review from yesterday. 110 ones equals 11 tens. 120 ones equals 12 tens. 170 ones equals 17 tens. 270 ones equals 27 tens. 670 ones equals 67 tens. 640 ones equals 64 tens. And 830 ones equals 83 tens. Alright, jumping back to our place value chart. We did this just a few minutes ago. We moved our 1 threes in the ones, multiplied it by 10, we moved it 1 to the left and made that 30. If I have 2 hundredths, multiply that by 10, it's going to equal 2 tenths. Remember multi-digit numbers, I'm going to move both digits, one place value to the left. 32 hundredths times 10 is going to be 3 2 tenths. 324 times 10, or 324 thousandths, excuse me, times 10. I'm going to move all 3 digits, one place value box to the left, and that number becomes 3 24 hundredths. And when I divide, I'm moving in my place value box to the right. So if I'm going to divide 2 by 10, move one place value box to the right, and that becomes 2/10. I move 3/10, divide it by 10, it becomes 3/100, and I've got to add my 0 for the placeholder. Multi-digit numbers, same thing. I'm going to move both digits one place value to the right, so 2 3/10 becomes 23/100. 3 digits, no problem. Here we go. So 2 35/100 divided by 10 becomes 235 thousandths. Now here I need to add a 0 for a placeholder. This becomes 52 thousandths. All right, back to problem solving. A school district ordered 247 boxes of pencils. Each box contains 100 pencils. The pencils are to be shared evenly amongst 10 classrooms. How many pencils will each class receive? Use a place value chart to show your thinking. All right, so we're going to use the place value chart instead of our 4-box method, but we're still going to look at our numbers. So originally we have 247 boxes of pencils. Each box contains 100 pencils. So we're going to multiply by 100. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to add 2 zeros for placeholders. So altogether the district has 24,700 pencils. Now I've got to take that number and I need to divide it among 10 classrooms. So I'm going to go to the right. 1, so each classroom should have 2,470 pencils. Right, in your composition book, I would definitely star this, highlight this, put it in a different color to make sure it stands out for you, maybe even making it into a box. Moving one position to the left on the place value chart makes the units 10 times larger. Moving one position to the right makes units 1/10 the size. Very, very important that you know this. All right, let's see if we can find the products of these three numbers without using our place value chart. We're just going to be doing some mental math. So I remember if I multiply by a product of 10, then I'm going to move to the left on the place value. So that means I'm adding 10, a unit of 10. So 19,340 is going to become, multiplied by 10, 193,400. 19,340 times 100 is going to be 1,934,000. And 19,340 multiplied by 1,000 is going to become 19,340,000. And if you notice, I just added 1 0 here, 2 zeros here, whoops, and 4. That's 10,000, not 1,000, excuse me. Now we're going to try the same thing, only this time we're going to be finding the quotients. So when we divide on my place value chart, I'm always moving to the right because I'm making the numbers smaller, moving on the decimals. So 152 divided by 10 is going to become 15 2/10. 152 divided by 100 is going to be 1 52/100. 152 divided by 1,000 is going to become 152 thousandths. So you just notice I'm moving my decimal point to complete this. Makes it very easy for mental math. All right, let's see if we can help out Janice. She thinks that 20 hundredths is equivalent to 2 thousandths because 20 hundreds is equivalent to 2,000. So use words and a place value chart to correct Janice's error. I'd like for you to work this in your composition book. Be prepared to talk about it tomorrow during teacher table. All right, Canada has a population that is about 1/10 as large as the United States. Canada's population is about 32 million. About how many people live in the United States? So let's look at 32 million. Canada is about 1/10 of ours. So that means we're going to need to multiply by 10 to find out about how many people live in the United States. So what we've learned from some mental math here is that we're just going to add an extra 0. And so there's about 320 million people that live in the United States. I've added 1 0 because of the 1/10 here at the end. All right, the next 4 slides are your exit ticket. These will show up in your quick check tomorrow during math. So make sure you work the problem in your composition notebook and have the answers ready to fill in when you take your quick check quiz. All right, after finishing this problem, you are done with your math homework for tonight. Congratulations.